Alright, happy afternoon everyone. A little bit of weird of angle here, give me a second. Higher. Adjustments, whenever you're not sure what you're doing, it's great. Alright, that works. I'm gonna have to go take a little walk. Yesterday I missed everyone. Unfortunately, while we were working, Katie rolled her ankle, which really sucks. And it can happen really easily here. It's really dangerous, actually. But anyways, we were like halfway into installing the deer fence around the garden, and she was hauling back water, and unfortunately she just tripped a little bit and rolled her ankle. So today I'm by myself, minus or plus the dogs, I guess. Layla, come on. There we go. You might see her running down, I don't know. And I also have the neighbor's dog, Shelby, right in front of me here. I don't know, maybe you'll guys hear the heavy panting. It's pretty hot today, but it's not as bad as Saturday when I did that first video. I was gonna just show you guys what we did yesterday and keep going from then. So yesterday we all did this. The fence is there because we planted some plum trees. We're supposed to get 10, but we got 9 for some reason. I have no idea why. And then everything else that we did yesterday was basically me lawn mowing as much as I could so we can walk easily and not be bothered too much by the ticks. And this is where we're going. So the property is pretty big. It's about like wide. It's about, is it like almost 800 feet wide? 200 plus like 600, yeah, about 800 feet wide. So I'm bringing you guys to the other side of the orchard. This is the first orchard. The smaller one maybe has like probably 15 or so good trees, and then the other orchard has maybe 50 to like 60. Okay, so this is the field on the east side of the property. As you can see, somebody mowed the lawn there. I'm pretty happy that my push tractor moves himself along, so I don't have to actually push him, but he only does like, I don't know, 30-inch cross or something. So you have to go many times. It's good for you though. I mean, I'm getting like on average between 15 and 20 kilometers whenever I'm up here because I'm walking so much. But yeah, so this is the east field with all the apple trees. We can't see the bloom anymore. I wish I had done that last week, I guess. Live and learn. All these trees had just beautiful white pinkish flowers on them. And yeah, so I don't know, I'm gonna bring you guys to like one of the biggest trees on the property, who happens to be an apple, like one of the big apple trees, still alive. I think it's still producing some apples. We'll see this year, I guess, to confirm the information. If the land was a little bit better here, I think I could probably get it baled, but I think it's just a little not good enough. And also the other issue is trying to get the equipment up here. Just would be a pain in the ass. Yeah, I'll talk about that a little bit later, because today I met the farmer that's going to be basically doing the hay on the field. Really nice fellow. Mark H. I just can't remember what his last name is. Anyways, it doesn't matter. I'll probably put it in the description. If you guys are in the area of Apple Hill and you want your hay to be done on your field, just put the number in there. Helps the little guys around, I guess. And it's pretty rough. I mean, like, we came here, we know no one. Our neighbor, Robbie, he's really good. He's basically given us contacts all over the place. And this is, well, I'm gonna have to get farther, I guess. So the tree behind me is the apple tree I was talking about. This thing is massive. It's about, I don't know, I want to say like 40, 50 feet in the air. And it had, and just give me a second here. By the way, not sponsored. I just happen to really enjoy apple cider over anything else, really. Yeah, so there's about 60 apple trees in here. Last summer, or last fall when we came through, there were like 1 or 2 trees that just, the apples tasted disgusting, but most of them were like edible. And we're not talking about like small apples either, like just normal sized apples. So the idea is to, Katie has asked me to build her a press, and I've looked at a few YouTube videos, and it seems you can build one with using an old jack for like a pneumatic jack for a car. And my dad happens to, hey, where are you guys going? Come here. The dogs, you just always have to look out for them. Porcupines all over the place here. There's, of course, the turkeys. There's the coyotes. There's everything. Anyways, so yeah, so with the old pneumatic jack my dad gave me, I should be able to make a press, and should be interesting. Just, you know, another thing that I have to pile onto the piles of tasks that I have. I started this year with like 38 tasks to do, and I had made a graph and everything. And I mean, I'm a public servant, so where I work at, this is kind of normal stuff for us. This is how we like keep track of the things that we need to do, but I feel like I have to do it over and over and over again. And I'm probably around like 50 projects ongoing right now. And the hardest thing to do is actually to keep on one project. Like right now, I should be drilling holes in the angle iron of the roof so I can attach 2x2s. So whenever we do the roof, it'll be super easy, and we won't have to do everything at once. But I don't know, it's just incredible the amount of, you come down here and then and I can't even keep a train of thought here, but you come down here, you think you're going to do something, and then you do something completely different. Sorry. As I keep remembering to like start and stop everything on this camera. Hopefully I'm not missing some of the conversation, but if not, if it feels like the video is going to be cutting in and out, I'm sorry about that. This camera is still a little bit new for me. I still don't understand why it stops randomly, but it does. Hopefully I'm not doing all of this for nothing either. I would hate to come home and have like only the first like 7 minutes and then nothing else worked after that. So now we're walking down on the east side trail, and we won't be able to go all the way down because the east side trail is really swampy, and I think it was overused when it was wet in there, and there's huge ruts. Oh, there's a mosquito trying to bite me. Nice. And yeah, so it's just not so great. So last year I just had a fun idea of cutting a tree by hand with an axe. Yeah, that's gives a new meaning to what our forefathers actually did back here, because doing it with an axe was an absolute nightmare. It took me forever, and for like 2 weeks after that, my shoulder just felt like death. And you think you're in shape, and then you start actually doing things out here, you're not in shape. All the like lifting weights in the world does not prepare you for the kind of activities that you have to do out here. Anyways, so we're almost here. Dogs are enjoying it because it's in the shade. Because it is hot. It's about, I don't know, I want to say 24 with maybe humid X, we're like looking at 30. But here we are. I'm just going to turn around so you guys can see. Plus maybe you'll get to peek the dogs again. I don't know. Oh, I think I just heard a pheasant. Layla! Shelby, come on. Hey! Come here. They're chasing something. Shelby, Layla, come on. Hey! Ah, God. This is the problem with dogs. When they're in a pack, sometimes they won't listen to you. Come on. Come on, girls. Come on. There we go. Here we go, girls. Come on. Come here. And of course, I haven't brought treats with me this time. I've been giving them treats all day today just to make sure they can stay close. You know I'm like the treat giver. Adjust this again. There we go. I was originally holding this stick, but I watched this guy called, what's his name? I don't know, his YouTube is Survivor Man. Some people might have seen it online, I'm not sure. But he usually walks with these sticks, with the cameras pointing himself. That's why I'm doing it like that, it's much easier. And he's also not holding it. Well, I mean, I'm holding it, but I'm pressing the butt end of the extendable stick on me, so I don't actually have to physically hold the camera. Anyway, so now we're going the other way, back towards the cabin, back towards the garden. You guys, there, you can see the path. Yeah, so, you know, coming down here and doing work is just crazy. I really enjoy it. This weekend was the first weekend we actually did not stay. Maybe it was a good call, I don't know, maybe it wasn't. I feel like I can do maybe a little bit more work when I don't have to drive so much, but it's also important that we get to actually wash ourselves. Still no facilities up here, I mean, beyond like outhouse. And the outhouse is actually it's not really, it's a really shitty outhouse. I mean, the building itself is nice considering, but the inside is just a bucket, and then we have to empty it. And surprisingly enough, and this actually might disgust people, but surprisingly enough, the frickin' ticks, they like pee. So like where we actually dispose of everything, there's always ticks there. It's a pain in the ass. So I'm actually waiting to get some parts for my brush cutter to clean all of it around, so there's nothing that they can actually hold on. So here we're coming to another kind of cedar tunnel on the east side. To the right of me, I guess it would be your left, I'm not sure how that works, is the apple orchard, the main one, and then to the right, or left, and now I'm confused myself. Anyways, the other side is the small apple orchard, and I did some work in it maybe 3 weeks ago. I got rid of some cedars growing around the apple trees. They seem to like pair up after time. Not too sure why. I'm watching the dogs. They're just going all over the place. So yeah, so there's just so much to do. Just so much to do. I don't know, maybe I bit off too much this year to do, but I really feel like I can do it. So yeah, anyways, I don't even know what to talk to you guys about. It's crazy. Oh, another mosquito trying to eat me. The mosquitoes have gone down a bit, actually. Last weekend, it was crazy. We came out of the field with a car, and there was a swarm of probably 1,000 mosquitoes around the car. It was just nuts. We didn't even bother checking Layla for ticks. I didn't want to open the door. Just closed the gate as quickly as I could. Shelby, come on, this way. And yeah, so it's kind of cool to actually tell you guys to have both dogs here. By myself, I feel really safe. You know, one's a German Shepherd and the other one's a Doberman. It's a fairly good mix. So they get along quite well. We're also looking at maybe getting another little pupper because Layla is getting up there and she struggles a bit in the winter time. Like poor her, I mean, she's got basically no undercoat and really short hair, so that can't exactly be easy for a dog. So yeah, so I did basically everywhere that I've walked today with you guys, I mowed. And just to make it easier for us to walk around and be able to access different parts of the property. The other thing I've been doing today, and I didn't even think I was going to, this is the whole thing, like I didn't think I was going to be able to do this. So our neighbor Robbie has a four-wheeler. I've talked about this. There's a video coming of me bringing horse manure back and forth from the big field back behind here, but the only time I can actually bring the manure, unless I want to like really have like a hard time doing this, is I just got hit by one of the dogs. Is whenever I can use the four-wheeler. So I've been able to bring about. I can't even see the screen. Oh, there you go. You can see. So I've brought like a bit of a pile here. I'll keep doing it for about an hour, and then I'll bring the four-wheeler back. Again, like I thought I was going to come to the property, talk to the farmer, and do some screws in the angle iron. I mean, screwing through the angle iron. But by the time I got back here, well, two things happened. By the time I got back here, it was hot as sin inside of the cabin. And then the other thing that happened was Robbie asked me, hey, do you want to use the four-wheeler? And I was like, I didn't plan on it, but considering I don't always have access to it, you kind of have to prioritize. And Katie did ask me, like, can you like get some like soil back for her, like at her house in Ottawa? And I said, yeah, knowing full well that I normally I would have had to do it by hand, so just walking it back in the field, which is, you know, it's not that bad, but still, you know, quite a while. And but then instead I got the four-wheeler, so now I'm just basically going back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. The reason I'm doing this video right now, this part at least, is the dogs needed a break because they enjoy following the four-wheeler. Alright, finally leaving. After a hard day's work. Layla, come on. So, finally finished everything I wanted to do, kind of. Maybe not the best time to be like sucking on a mint, but I want to give myself a little bit of a boost on the walk back. I left Shelby at our neighbors, and Layla's with me now. Looking at something in the bush, probably some birds or something. I don't know, who knows. Talk to you guys in a bit once I'm back in the field. Alright, we're almost at the field, and I figured I'd start recording, I guess. As you can see, there's a beautiful no trespassing sign. It's need to make sure people get it at this point when I can come on the property. The mosquitoes are just, yeah, right now they're insane. I thought they were good, but they're actually not. Should be interesting. If you see me fiddling around with this, it's because they are absolutely insane right now. And I'm even getting bitten heavily. And so is Layla. Must be a time of the night or something. I'm assuming it's that. Yeah, so now we're in the field. But yeah, so today I had a farmer come over and explain to me like what he was gonna do. You could look at it different ways and be like, okay, I could have gotten maybe $100 or $200 off the field, and he would have made a certain amount. But then I also figured out that he might be able to help me do some of the work that's necessary for us to be able to get in and get out a little bit more easily. So I kind of opted to just get the tax write-off. For now it's easier and helps him out a little bit, and he'll be able to help me out, so I mean it's a win-win, I guess, if you look at it. And it's always open for renegotiations, and I mean he lives extremely close to us, so for him it's also a win where he doesn't have to spend so much gas actually driving to the place. But where I'm walking on right now is what I did on Saturday, and I mentioned that I would show you guys yesterday, but I did not have time to do the vlog yesterday because of Katie's injury, and I wanted to get out and get some ice on that ankle as soon as humanly possible. But this is the pathway to the east side of the property, and I kind of wanted to know if the farmer could like get anything from the other side, but basically he explained that it's too rolly and it's not flat enough. It's also really shitty grass, so I might have to opt for some kind of other system for now. It's fairly easy to actually cut with the lawnmower, so I probably will. I just realized that I didn't reset the timer on this, so probably have lost a bunch of footage, which is great. Whatever. I really would like to know why it's doing this. I have plenty of memory on it, so I mean there's a 32 gigabyte card in this, and yeah, so I don't know, it's weird. It's really weird. Layla, wait! She's getting eaten alive. I don't blame her for being so far ahead. My hand is being sucked dry, basically. So many mosquitoes. So many mosquitoes at this time of night. Oh, I know why. There's like no wind. Every time there's no wind, it's like really rough out here. Guess I'll get used to it eventually, or not, or I'll have a bunch of bumps on my hands. I'm not quite sure how that goes, but yeah. Figured out also that this plant here, this is what the farmers really like to get in their hay bales, and I have it, just not a lot. So we might think of re-sowing. And now what I'm going to show you guys is the area that I cut to be able to go on the other side of the creek. It's gonna get widened for the farmer, so he can actually come through here with his equipment, and which is going to be great for him, and great for me because it gets cut. This becomes really high in the summertime. I remember when we walked through here, we didn't even know about ticks back then, but the thing was like about chest height for me, and some of it was very difficult. Anyways, let's just stop here and turn it so you guys can see. Basically straight on ahead to the, like 20 feet to the right of that telephone pole is our property. So that's pretty good. Oh, Layla's crossing. So yeah, that's did that, and then I also did basically one set and two set in the field all the way down to the property line at the front. Layla! Layla! Oh, she went ahead of me. I was confused there. Hey, good girl. Good girl, yeah. Happy girl. Happy to go home away from these mosquitoes, these crazy mosquitoes. The other thing I have to watch out for is check my eggs for ticks. I don't think I see any. No, seems to be good. Always checking for ticks. It's like you want to survive out here, you just have to check for it. What else did I do today? I'm trying to think. I talked a lot. That seems to be like a thing out here. You just talk whenever you're new, I guess. Maybe it's a good thing. It's probably a good thing. You get to learn a lot by talking to people. You also get contacts for different things. Some things personal, some things not personal. I did discover that I should be able to clean up some of the areas that have been overgrown with like small shrubs and stuff like that to gain a little bit off of the field. And probably in the next couple of weeks you might see one of the improvement on the little road to the cabin. I'm just waiting for the soil to be as hard as humanly possible before I get some loads of 0.3 inch delivered to the back of the field, so that the farmer that is going to be eventually cutting the hay can come with his front loader and distribute it on the path, especially on the spots that are pretty rough right now. I also learned another contact for drainage issues, which is great. Also local. I kind of try to buy local. It goes a little bit better if people know that you're not like just buying stuff. Just, you know, as easy as it is for you. I feel like if I go local, then I get to meet new people and talk to them and learn stuff from them. I did figure it out. So that's pretty much it for today. And we'll be back next weekend, I think. We've actually been here like every weekend since we bought the property, even in the wintertime. So it should be swell. And if you guys have any questions or comments, please feel free to put them in the comment section. I'll answer them. There's only like 9 subscribers of you guys up there, but anybody else is also feel free to like ask questions away, because I don't know, I never know what people want to know, but I'll try to answer as best as I can. You know, it's the beginning for us, so everything is new, and